There's a lot of stuff that I don't think Capcom ever actually intended that you can pick up on.
I get that feeling a lot too sometimes, yeah.
Now, this is a stage that's completely worthless to almost everyone's story, but I did have to put it in here at least once to again set up for a background plot that will come up much later.
You're chasing people. Are you chasing people in this level, or are you just like, confronting them out in the open?
You chase one of two people. This stage has two different paths that open up right here at the beginning.
Please, Hideaki. There's no need to be melodramatic.
So yeah, this time we're going to be going after Tenkai, because the first time we did it, we went after Hideaki to get the funny cutscene.
Yeah.
Where Mitsunari keeps bashing him over the head.
Which is still great.
I really do have to wonder if there's a way to possibly catch up to them, because they just run straight through the wall. And if you could, if they would even have an active hitbox.
I'm thinking about that too. Like, you went through that level pretty seamlessly, and you still couldn't catch them in time. So I wonder if there's not like hidden shortcuts in order to cut them off or something. Oh,
No.
Is this the level I think it is? This is the one with essentially Old Snake.
No.
Oh, okay. This is Tenkai's level. All right then.
Yes. Tenkai will only appear in 2 stages in the entire game. This hidden path is technically a secret because you have to find a gap in the mountain that you can't see looking at it straight on. And then he'll appear in another stage towards the end of the actual game.
All right. Yeah, I remember there's actually a level you can play against. I know he has a name, but we just call him Old Snake. Design. But yeah. I know there's a level against him. I don't remember what exactly it is, but I know it's short, and he just reanimates corpses or something.
Yes, he does basically exactly that. I don't remember if we did that during Mitsunari's route, but there is one time we will do that again way later, where it will actually be part of the story.
Yeah, I don't think we did. I only infer that because I'm not sure about like what exactly the level is offhand. So I imagine I probably would have remembered some of these level gimmicks a little bit better by now.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Some of these guys close up are just really Final Fantasy X characters.
Yeah. Whenever these poison urns are here, most of the time I'll just run right past them and take out and go directly for the base commander, but there actually are no base commanders in Tenkai's path, and I also don't think it opens unless you clear the poison. Otherwise, I wouldn't even really care. Hey, maybe it adds to the challenge. Can you beat the stage before the poison makes you do double damage?
Possibly. I'm definitely noticing a pattern with the gimmicks of these levels, like not really impeding you, but it would definitely make it a lot easier if you did go through them first. Kind of interesting in that regard. Yeah. Definitely makes it a little more open-ended in that regard.
Yeah. Yeah, it's minimal in most cases, but there is enough variety in the game to keep things interesting. So you're not doing the same thing every time.
Damn, that's imposing.
Yeah, that was one of the other things that I greatly appreciated in the jump from 3 to 4, is that they don't need to have a dedicated cutscene every time a door opens or a gate gets lifted or something. It's like those pile on very quickly, even if they only take a couple of seconds.
I just realized, I don't think we've actually seen Tenkai yet, have we?
We have not.
Anyway, this is Tenkai. I believe he was one of the generals for Oda, if I'm not mistaken.
He was his right-hand man.
And also voiced by Vic Mignogna.
Who I am.
I choose to believe this is how he actually looks inside.
So, a character by this name, or this character's real name, was also in Samurai Warriors 3, which released around the exact same time, and shared much of the same cast. Akachi Mitsuhide was played by Vic Mignogna in both Samurai Warriors 3 and Basara 3.
Oh, so there's another one like that.
Yes, the characters are not remotely alike, but it's characters with, the same name.
Yeah.
But, which is also funny, I don't think we've mentioned it yet, Yukimura in both Samurai Warriors 3 and Basara 3, again, released around basically the exact same time, were both played by Johnny Young Bosch.
Yeah. I was thinking I was gonna mention more about the point that, yeah, there's always that long-standing rivalry between, like, definitely a little bit of animosity between Capcom and Tecmo Koei in regards to these historical Japanese games. And it's very fucking hilarious. I think we already might have touched on it a little bit with Saika a little bit earlier, but yeah, it's especially more so with Yukimura's character as a whole, and it really came to a head, especially with Spirit of Sanada.
Yukimura Den and Sanada Maru.
Yeah.
Farewell until we meet again. Over a fine
Again, I just think that whole thing is really funny that those games came out around the same time in Japan. One of them was reeled first. And it feels like the other one was definitely just made to say, hey, fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get something like that again, mostly because that would require a Basara game to happen.
Yeah, no kidding.
How about that?
New game? Who? I never heard of this.
I suppose this is it. I'd love to stay and die for a second time, but I've got some business that needs taking care of. Farewell. I'll see you soon.
Okay, bye.
Yep. I do not like this character at all. I don't find them very interesting, but I do love this rendition of their design.
The mask, yeah?
The mask and the gradient kimono.
Yeah, Tenkai's character always just seems like what he's just trying to convey, which is just creepy and menacing, but like there's not much to him beyond that, so there's not really much to gravitate towards in terms of like an actual like imposing force of a character, if you know what I mean.
The Japanese version is kind of funny because he's played by Sho Hayami, who also plays Aizen.
That's pretty good. If Masamune lost any of these battles, I would honestly be very surprised.
There will be one case where he does, but again, that's towards the end, and that'll be for a deliberate purpose.
Okay.
Stay well on your journey, so that when we meet again.
That's gonna be funny when you see that. Where there's a certain character that seems like they should lose every single battle, but ends up winning every single battle.
I should accept it. Of course. Once the mighty Takeda clan is restored, to fight that battle.
You know, I just had a cool idea, and I wish I thought of this sooner because it actually probably would have been cool, and you already finished recording the whole game already. Doing like the red route with the character's main costume, and then doing the blue route with their alt outfit.
I can't believe how far we've come.
Damn it.
I wish I thought of that sooner.
What are you talking
So do I.
You can't quit when we're so close. Shimazu the beast is only a mile away. Fine then. The state
So I cut out, I think, like 3 stages in succession, because I think they just ended up being completely unimportant.
Have you already cut them out, or are you about to cut them out?
Already did. That's what those transitions on the map to completely separate times of day were.
Oh, okay, right. The sun jumped to sunset just now, yeah. Damn, 3 stages. Then we still have... What if I'm... 30 minutes to go? Shit, that must have been actually like a lot of level then.
The stages that I keep in are stages that have cutscenes or at least have relevant dialogue. If they don't have either, then I'll cut them out. And that also means that even if a conversation only lasts for like maybe a minute out of like a 10-minute stage, I'll still keep it in, even if it stops being important after that first 2 minutes.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't expect the game to like this with so many characters and so many divergent paths to come with fresh, unique ways to go about every single time, but Man, think about it. There really is a lot of combinations at the same levels you can do over and over again.
Yes, and this game, if you want to get the true, if you want to get the platinum, does expect you to do the Shadow the Hedgehog 300 different combinations of every level order.
Yeah,
if you want to get the platinum trophy and the final unlockable. The final unlockable is Oda as your partner. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, no. Literally why this game takes 200 hours to complete, yeah.
Oh no, that's actually going into like the 500-hour mark if you have to do literally every single possible combination of stages.
Yeah, seriously, especially with how every single character plays so wildly differently. You have to learn so many different gameplay styles. Ugh, God. Anyway, so yeah, this is Shimazu. I swear to God, this character's design, you probably don't know who this character is, but Cliff from the old Guilty Gear games, like Double X. If you don't know who that is, it's an old man that wields, it's definitely a joke, but like a greatsword that's literally bigger than he is. In fact, while we're talking about this, I'm actually gonna go pull him up really fast so I can send you a gif of what he looks like.
Yeah, that's dead on. I can see it.
Oh, you already see him?
Yeah.
Have you seen? Do you see the sprite? The sprite is fucking amazing.
Yes, it's like 3 times his size.
Yup. Some people unironically do want it back, but I'm just like, no, dude, this is literally just a joke character. Come on.
My first thought, for some reason, was the DLC guy from Strive, the old guy.
Oh yeah. I should definitely know his name off the top of my head, but it's genuinely been like since summer since I put serious time into Guilty Gear Strive, so no dice there right now.
Lewis.
Last I heard, apparently he launched and people thought he was like really bad, but I heard he's won tournaments recently. I'm just like, huh, okay. I guess they're really going through the Nagoriyuki phase again, where people think he's crap at first, but then, oopsie, won some tournaments. Now people think he's really good. Ah, well, I guess that's just how it shakes out.
Isn't that the cycle of most characters, though? Is that in the first couple of weeks, so like he's either the worst or the best or both, and then after like 2 months, then they finally settle out on it?
It's a lot of reactionaries on Twitter and YouTube and stuff. I can literally track like how many times people thought like Hit in Fighters has been at the bottom of everyone's tier list. Then someone does pretty well with them, and they're like, "Oh no, this character's actually secretly broken." But then no one uses them again, so like, they just secretly go back down to the tier list again. Oopsie. Poor Hit.
That's what we call.
He's a character that needs a lot more love.
That's what we call an outlier scenario.
Yes, that's what we call people don't use as characters. They don't realize it's really good until one person does really good with them, and then they realize, oh yeah, this character has some stuff to him. Oopsie.
But it's like that scenario in Street Fighter 4, where there was the Turkish guy that everyone said was like the worst character
yeah,
in the
Hakan,
game.
yeah. There was definitely that with him too.
Because it's like he needed to be buffed to even start doing... He needed an in-game buff in order to start actually doing damage. And it's like he was considered the worst character in the game, and then someone won a tournament with him once, and then people thought there was going to be a turnaround on that, but it's like, no, that was an outlying scenario. That did not hold true in the long term.
So it's been a long time since I've consumed serious Street Fighter 4 content, but I remember that, yeah, there was like one person that did really well with Hakan, and people definitely realized that, oh, there's some stuff to this character, but I don't think I've ever seen like anyone use Hakan online whatsoever, and that's so weird to think about. I guess as a personal analogy for myself, I'm not at like the really good player ranks yet for fighters. I'm like the good players are at like the 1 to 3 million battle points mark. I'm like just shy of 1 million, but every fucking character I run across is Vegito or Gogeta. Like every team has them at least once. Thank you, French players. You helped with that immensely. But I don't see a lot of like the really good characters because they're really technical. Excuse me. A lot of people just gravitate towards the really easy high tier characters. I was like, man, you guys could really use some of the actual good shit.
You mean you haven't reached the rank of Tekken God Prime in Fighters yet?
Nope. I'll tell you why. It's because the days I stream on, no one's really playing, and I should really do something about that.
No one's playing a fighting game on Tuesday?
Nope, not at night. Especially one at this point in time where so many fucking fighting games have come out this year. Well, I guess to be more exact, there's not as many low-ranked players anymore as there are higher-ranked players that are just playing each other. So it's hard to actually get into like the higher ranks. That's one of the reasons. That's one of the problems I was having with Tekken when I occasionally pick up the game. Waiting more so for my hitbox to show up right now. By the way, guys, I bought a hitbox and it's gonna show up pretty soon. I'm pretty sure by the time this goes up, I'll have long since I've gotten to hitbox and probably ascended a lot of ranks by the time this comes out. But I bought one.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We could end up in another scenario like what happened with your last thing you ordered.
Yeah, no kidding. Tiger time. I love the guy just ogling to the tiger. Like, dude, that's so cool.
Oh yeah, so Tekken just got those 2 new re-releases. Can you tell that the game is over now?
Yes, I can definitely tell. And frankly, god damn it, I wish this game got a collection fucking sooner. Fighters is probably on its way out the door now, and it hasn't received the same treatment. God damn it.
The Tekken 7 Definitive Edition with all of the DLC is like $120.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Hey guys, this game on consoles is 4 years old, and in arcades it's 6 years old. Do you think you could maybe be a little more realistic and just make it like 60 or 70 bucks?
Yeah, seriously, holy shit. It's unfortunate though that chilling out 120 bucks would actually save you money versus just buying all the DLC outright at full price.
Yes, that's true, but again, time has passed. The value of things should go down. But also, realistically, if people know that support for the game is over, how many people do you think are realistically going to be playing it in the long term? How much longer do you think once support ends? Do you think it's going to show up at tournaments?
I fully agree. Yeah.
Which is basically us saying, hey, give us Fighters 2.
Or Tekken 8, yeah.
When you finish something, first of all, confirm that you finished it, and then just move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Fuck it, give us Grand Blue Fantasy 3.
We doing We're just skipping the 2 because 3 will make more money.
Because we already got two fighter passes for Grand Blue Fantasy.
True.
I don't know how.
I literally only paid money for one of them, by the way.
That game dropped off the face of the earth before it even launched.
Well, yeah, and I can tell you exactly. Well, I can give you a sermon as to exactly why that happened. It's fucking pissing me off so much because I want that game to be really good.
Did it make it to Evo?
No, it didn't. I don't think it did.
Is it because there's already 3 different artist games that are already there?
That's fully possible, but no. The reason why I fell off the face of the earth is 1, it was overpriced as hell because, god damn it, guys, why would you release a game with 8 characters in the base roster for $60? Holy shit, why? We're not making money. Well, especially not during pre-pandemic. 2 is, I mean, you're still using, well, the unfortunate one, well, it came out in Japan so much longer before it came out in the US, holy crap. And the big one
1 month
is, Jesus Christ, we ended up in a pandemic, like literally right after the game came out. So as a result, everyone was playing from home. The problem with that, however, is that network infrastructure for fighting games, if they're made in Japan, are optimized for Japan's sort of smaller landmass. So that way, delay-based netcode is not nearly that bad. Like going from coast to coast in Japan is like going from California to maybe Utah. Not even Utah, Nevada, if even. Delay-based netcode, when you go coast to coast, as I've played, it is literally unplayable for a lot of games, even newer ones.
Japan is smaller than California.
Exactly. Well, yeah. I mean, long-wise.
Oh, in that case, yeah, I guess so.
In like an extreme scenario, even though no one, as far as I know, lives at like the north, like the very north or very south ends of the country.
We're in the south end of the country. This stage is Kyushu.
True.
Don't show a Japanese person a scale map of the U.S. It will literally kill them.
Don't show a fighting game developer in Japan a scale map of the U.S. Like, you expect us to play with these conditions?
Also, don't show anyone that develops electronics an infrastructure map of the U.S.
Oh, actually, wait, I have the perfect example for this, actually. So, I was actually playing with Liam's brother back in August, shortly before I actually moved out to Washington while I was still in Arizona. So, what happened was, I actually played some fighters matches with his brother. We were optimizing more for the East Coast because we're playing from southwestern United States to the East Coast of Canada, as far as I know. So, you could probably take a guess at how good that went.
Newfoundland?
Delay-based netcode from 2018 that even then people have always known to be kind of questionable. Yeah, it was unplayable, and I was dying a lot in scenarios I should not have been dying for. It sucked. Nothing quite like feeling like you're playing with ankle weights around you.
Yeah, that's the Dragon Ball experience.
That really is. People, there's a big reason why a lot of Fighters players tried Guilty Gear Strive when it came out, because only AAA release for a Japanese fighting game that has rollback. And let me tell you, yeah, it's great, but bad rollback is still pretty unplayable.
I think the example that always sticks out in people's minds is Lobber testing out the netcode for Kill la Kill by tethering his PS4 to his cell phone, and the guy who was fighting tethering it to his cell phone too, and then both playing over a tethered hotspot mobile data, and it's still running well.
Yeah, I know. That's so fucking crazy.
Now, all you warriors of the rising sun, challenge me.
Are we still in this level?
Test your mettle against a
Yeah, this is one of the... Size-wise, this is one of the biggest stages in the game.
Holy shit.
But we're about to be done with it. It's, we're at the boss after all.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that map.
Yeah, that would certainly do it, because I went on a sermon that I felt like was 20 minutes long, and we're still in the same level. Jesus. Wow, okay. I couldn't imagine dying at any point later in this level and then having to redo the whole fucking thing.
Oh, there's a good chance you will die in this stage, because not only is he one of the heavyweight bosses, those geysers of water actually hurt you if you get hit by them.
Oh, shit.
And they're flowing throughout the entire stage. There's a chance to get hit by it literally any time you're in the water, and there's water throughout the entire stage.
Ow.
So this is a stage where you have to be very careful about your footing. And...
I don't blame you.
You can tell how little I wanted to get into a duel with him that I just went immediately into the hero mode, which I have been using, I think, very sparsely.
You really haven't used it that much so far between Mitsunari's playthrough and now this one. Like, it's very sparse. You actually do use it.
It's because most of the time I don't really think I need it, and I think it sort of, in addition to trivializing most bosses, just makes them be so short that if we did have anything to say about them,
yeah,
it would be done before we would finish.
Oh yeah, those hawks that show up actually tied to his taunt animation?
Shimazu the Beast.
Those are Matsu's. Matsu, in addition to being the perfect housewife, is also an animal tamer.
Oh, shit, okay.
Yeah, she summons hawks, moles, and a bear.
Huh, that's interesting. I didn't know that partners interacting with your taunt. That's really cool.
Yeah, if you taunt, they taunt. If you Basara during hero time, they'll also Basara.
Nice.
It's just a fact.
But yeah, she becomes playable again in Utage, and you can actually summon the bear and ride on it.
Sick. Oh, I think I vaguely remember something about that, yeah. Oh, is this that speech where your men follow you for who you are rather than you following someone else?
That's not...
Yeah, rather than for you being anyone else.
Sick.
Not even the ancient legends tell of one matching the honor he has won.
But also Shimazu the Beast is a really cool character in his own right, because he is the old guard, he is well aware of his strength and his reputation, but he also believes in the future as well. He knows his time is past, and so with what little he has left, he wants to raise the future generation to be just as strong, if not stronger, than he is through their own merits and their own talents. He doesn't want people to be like him. He wants people to advance with their own unique qualities.
I just got the biggest flashbacks of All Might in My Hero.
Yeah, kind of.
It's kind of there.
It's like, there are a handful of characters here that are very traditionalist, Japan.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, my time and my ways are past. I'm not gonna... If someone wants me to teach them my style, I can do that, but it's not necessary.
Yeah. They docked. At that time already, huh? Nice. Oh, I get it now. Oh, okay, I just got it. Okay, so when these two are fighting, you'll get that animation. But if it's a finale between Ieyasu and Mitsunari, you'll get the Lunar Eclipse animation, or Solar Eclipse animation.
Yes.
Is what I meant.
Yes.
That's really cool.
It's actually funny. They worked it into the plot of Judge End that that the eclipse is actually a thing that happens during the battle.
Also, hey, look, Takeda is still fine and well, I guess.
He is at least still alive.
Yep. But honestly, if this much time passes and he's still fine, I would probably be suspicious that, yeah, I think he's okay.
You should, and that's because I think the time frame from the beginning of the story, at least using Judge End as reference, I think the time frame is it's either 90 days or 180 days. I think it's 90 days from the beginning of the story to the Battle of Sekigahara.
It's definitely got to be at least a handful of months, because there's no way that all that could just... Interesting. There's no way that all that could just fly by with all those battles in like a month or something.
It's either 3 months or it's 6 months.
Interesting.
I think it's 3.
Interesting that Oichi would have a playable stage at the penultimate, at what is the final level of someone's campaign. I wonder if we'll visit that eventually. Weird.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess it was just a coincidence. Whatever. Maybe the game bugged out.
Meanwhile, we're about to have a battle. We're about to enter combat on the card Ally of Justice Decisive Armor.
Pretty much. But anyway, yeah, back to this fucking level again. Yeah, is this any worse than before?
I did have to cut out one death.
Okay.